This is Agent Avador 31, reporting from her closet.
Any inputs on the bird book, Agent?
It is nowhere to be found, but I bet the big book of birds is bound to be in a big brown box in the storage cabinet under the stairs. I'm here. The cabinet's under the stairs. Let's see if I can find this big book of birds. I see it. Big brown box. I found it. The birds of the world. With this book, I will be a slightly better bird painter. Artist, drawer. I'll be slightly better at drawing birds than I was this morning. Or now, that I am now. I will be that I am now. Let's open it up. Okay, but like literally, all silliness aside, I wanted to like figure out how to get better at drawing birds. And it probably would have been a little bit easier doing this online like I did the last one. But I remember that I had this Birds of the World book that I discovered in our cabinet under the stairs a while ago. And I remember just like looking at these photos, like look at this. And just being completely amazed. Oh, look, here's some penguins. They're very cute. I like this one. Just being absolutely amazed at the detail. Oh, this guy's funny. I like his beak. Oh, storks. So quick little story. I remember I lived in Utah for a little bit. We drove down. As we drove down the roads, there were these lamp posts. And on them, there's a little silhouette of a stork. I have no idea why I'm sharing that story right now. Oh look, eagles. At least I think that's an eagle. Yeah, no, that is 100% an eagle. That is bald eagle right there. I wonder what is going on. Oh my gosh. I feel so bad for that parrot. I think. Oh, I saw that it said happy eagle for a second. I was like, he sure looks happy. No, but it's a harpy eagle. Apparently they kill parrots. That is sad. Oh, and another dead animal. Oh, yes. The pheasant page. I love pheasants. I basically just love them for their tails. Look at these tails. I especially love the brownied pheasant's tail. Look, some puffins. It's a little pigeon. Actually, it's a dove. But yeah. Aha, the owls. I wonder who this guy is. Oh, look. Wild turkey friend. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to be doing this yet. Oops. Okay, so for my drawings, I wanted to have some like variation with the birds. So for this first one, I decided to draw like a long-necked bird. And it's pretty simple. It's like a crane or a stork or something. Not quite exactly sure what it is. I obviously didn't have any reference photos. Yeah. For this second bird though, I wanted to draw like a predatory bird, like a hawk. One time a hawk actually landed in our backyard. We called him Hank the Hawk. And he actually had like a hurt wing or something, and so we couldn't really fly away. And our cat, she's like crazy, and she, like this bird who was like the exact same size as her, or maybe like bigger or something, tried to pounce on him. I don't know, very stupid idea for a cat, you know? Maybe going to cheat just a little bit. Because since I had already broken down some shapes, you know, I mean. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna draw this bird actually as I would have without looking at the shapes. Okay, so for this third bird, I wanted to do just a small bird. And I definitely drew it way too small. But it didn't really take that long, so let's move on. Yeah, let's see if I can make any progress from this. I'm actually pretty proud of these two. This one, I mean, it's tiny, so I don't know. Let's break down the composition of this guy. Just because it's a very convenient spot. So, as you can see, I have this plastic sheet here, and I was thinking about this earlier. It's like, this is a downside of doing traditional art like this and trying to improve it, because like I could like print pictures out and trace on it with a pencil, but like this is a book. And it's not probably gonna be very good if I like trace over with a pencil. So I'm gonna get a dry erase marker. And I'm gonna like trace it out. What's this? Date. This one is out of ink. I have a blue one. I'm actually not really sure if this one works either. Okay, so to break down these bird compositions, let's see. So here's a circle right there. These birds, most birds actually have like a very, like no neck at all. So they have their head. Sorry for like the squeaking of this. I'm doing this one and this one, because they're at different angles, and this one's like kind of more towards the back. It's almost like a triangle. Circles and triangles, what do you know? Okay, so basically, let's see. Honestly, I think this might be a triangle, this might be like a square, and this is a circle. This is a circle. I think that might work. Because this is a slightly different angle than this, so I think that we would have to split them apart. Unless if, I'm not really sure actually. Okay, so here I'm just practicing using the composition on different kinds of birds. So while I do that, I'm gonna be reading some stuff from the Big Book of Birds. The noiseless flight of owls is more likely a refinement to increase their hearing powers. The sound-deadening filaments on the tips of their flight and contour feathers are not so well developed and are sometimes absent in the owls that hunt primarily by day. Known and most widespread of the geese in North America is the Canada goose, unmistakable with its black neck and head and white cheeks. They range from about 23 to 40 inches in length. Other common North American beatios are the red-shouldered swainsons and broad-winged hawks. All of the beatios are hunting hawks, but they are neither as dashing nor such skillful hunters as the accipiters or the falcons. Basically, what I learned is that you start off. We'll try that here. With a circle for like the chest area of the bird. Then you do like a head. So let's say I wanted one like pecking something off the ground. Oh, that might not work because yeah, so you can do it in like different positions. Like this one's gonna be like pecking stuff off the ground. Since that's like that, you wanna like think of it as kind of like a boat. Like since you see this, boat shape, boat shape, boat shape, boat shape, boat shape. Well, kind of. Maybe. You know when you're a good artist and you can barely control your hand, you know? So that means that the tail is gonna come up like here. This is where the tail is gonna be. It's just gonna be like a triangle. Then you're gonna have your main body here. And that's like the main composition of the bird, I guess. The talons, the legs, actually it's a lot easier to see in this bird because you can actually see it. So in my past examples, I was drawing the legs like this, which is technically true, I guess, but this joint is a lot higher up than I was thinking. So it just looks kind of like this. And there's the feet. And then, yeah. Here's the joint. And the joint is bigger than the leg, I guess, which is basically just a stick. And the leg continues straight into the first, we'll call them fingers because I don't really know what else to call them. So I was doing that, I guess. Oh, that looks so bad. When really it's like this is the bird. That's the leg, which continues like straight into the first one, which I guess I kind of do right here, but I don't know. I
kind of figured out that the feet are supposed to be in like segments. I think I was making a much bigger deal out of like this part. You know what I'm talking about, like the claw part of, I don't think it's called a claw. This actually needs to be a lot smaller. Notice. The leg needs to be longer. Now let's go look at this with our hawk friends. Wait, is there a table of contents? There they are. What page is this? Oh, it started with vultures. Okay. There's no page of it. Okay. 74, 75. Yeah, okay. So if we go back to our little hawks here, they basically have the same composition of foot. It's just their joint is lower, but it's like all covered up with like feathers, like this one and this one. And it like give it a mouse to hang on to because I don't really know what else. That's something like it. Okay. Now let's look at beaks. Okay, so for beaks, I decided to just like draw it first because I didn't really like know how to do this one because of course the beak is different for every single bird, but I guess what I kind of figured out was that most beaks curl down, like they, not as much as like eagles or predatory birds, but like a lot of them have like slight down curves, but if, I don't know. But here I kind of figured out that the beak lines up in a straight line with the eye, like almost always. So that's mainly the only tip that I've got for beaks, I guess. So here are the other birds that I did. So I'm gonna try to draw these same birds, but better with my knowledge that I have. Okay, so this is kind of basic. It's basically where I just draw the same birds that I drew last time. So this one I was drawing like a crane or a stork or a heron or something like that. I actually didn't spend that much time looking at the these long-necked birds while I was doing the progressing, so it ends up looking very similar to the original one because I just didn't really improve that much. I mean, it looks good. So I'm not gonna complain. I think I did better on this one than the last one in general, just because I changed up the feathers a little bit. The second one, I am doing a hawk, which I think it ended up looking more eagle-like than hawk-like. I think I made the head maybe a little bit too small. But yeah, I'm very proud of the talons that I did on this one. I think they looked way better than the talons that I did on the bird I did in the first place. My first bird. But yeah, just adding in some feathers and stuff. I had some trouble with the eye, so I'm like trying to fix it occasionally. I don't know, it just looks too determined, which I guess isn't like really a bad thing for an eagle, hawk or whatever. As you can see, I just erased the eye, so I obviously wasn't happy with it. I wanted it to look more like angry. I don't know. It's just all the birds that I saw in the book kind of looked angry, so I don't know. That's what I felt happy with at the end. The third bird, obviously going to be better than what I did in first place because it's a little bit bigger and you can see what I did. This angle was kind of hard for me because I've like never drawn a beak in this angle before, but I'm pretty happy with it. I used the eraser to kind of like drag the lead away accidentally, and I was like, oh yeah, that kind of looks like how the beak should be, so I just went with it. Okay, so there's this one. I think I definitely improved with like the shapes. Yeah, I think I'd say improved a little bit. Like, this doesn't even look like a real bird, honestly. Like, look at this. This one, I think I was going for more of a hawk, but it ended up looking more eagle-like. I'll put up a side-to-side on the screen now.